fighting Tommy with a knife. We need bangers. Ricky with Uncle Rick with 2000. They are liars, bro. All right, listen. So I have to do this. It is what it is. I gotta skip over my brothers. I gotta get to take heat. Take heat was popping. I know your husband gonna be home soon, so I know you don't got a lot of time.
Beautiful.
Tell them to hit that cash app. I've been on 4 hours. Hit the cash app.
Yeah, man. Hit the cash app, man. What is it? All right.
How you know him? How you know? The
Hey,
driver,
man.
the driveway lights didn't come on yet. So hello to all the gentlemen on the panel and to my sister. We're gonna have to do a little bit corrections, okay? Just a little bit, okay? First, before I get started, I want to tell you that I love you as my sister, and then the second, I'm going to tell you that you're wrong. I'm going to tell you that our brothers love us more than we can ever imagine. I'm gonna share with you why I say this. Because they want to give corrections. If a man doesn't want to correct you, he doesn't want to keep you. This is the thing that our sisters miss. If your husband or your man that you're dating, if he wants to correct you, okay, if he corrects you, he wants to keep you. It's only those ones that don't give two shits about what you say or what you do, the ones you got to worry about. This is the thing that our melanated sisters miss all the time. And for y'all to keep getting up here saying black men hate us, they hate us, the other races see it. Let me share something with you. Black men don't like dysfunction. When they see sisters acting boo-boo to other men's faces, be like, why he didn't? Because black want to be on demon time. They know they got to go home to their families. So for them to go jump in somebody's face to protect you, and you started the nonsense in the first place, this is the problem. But we don't want to talk about that. We just want to say black men don't protect us. That's all we say. Now, I'm going to share something else with you. All this negative that we see on social media, it's us that started this bullshit. It's us that started it. When we get up here dressing half naked, jumping on social media with your ass hanging out, this is a topic. Now, you may say, oh, rough when you talk. Yeah, that's me. That's me. But I'm going to share something with you. With you talking sweet and kind to these gentlemen on these panels, right? That you talking sweet and kind, you being disrespectful at the same time. You didn't even let them get any word out. You didn't let them say peep. Every time they try to say something, you will cut them off. But you're using your femininity at the same time. You sitting up here saying that men are not protecting us. Black men in America are not protecting us. But the problem is you're not African American. So we have a different standards. Ours is different. I'm just letting you know it's different. The way that y'all men govern y'all, wherever you come from, whatever part of the world you come from, the way that your men govern is different from the Western world. Men from the Western world can't really do what they should do to their women when their women jump in their face and hit them with lamps and bottles and all this foolery, and then act like they didn't know they did something wrong. A lot of our sisters need corrections, and we don't need sisters like you coming to social media and like black women are being this and black women are being that. Let me share something with you. We don't tell our sisters the truth. You see how you keep trying to jump in, but I thank God I can't block you. I'm saying, you see how we do not correct our sisters. We tell our sisters everything they doing is right. When they sitting up there and got 7 and 8 baby daddies, we sitting up there telling them that this makes sense. When they out here twerking and shaking their behind and their ass all on social media and doing OnlyFans, we agree with them. Yes, sis, get that money. So if we want to correct the behavior of our sisters, we got to tell them that it's wrong. We got to tell them that it's wrong. Instead of us telling them, oh, the men only talking about them. The men only talking about them, but it's not. We need to start telling our sisters the shit that you doing is not right. But no, we being quiet and we saying, oh, well, all black women ain't like that. First of all, we know all black women ain't like that. We know all black women ain't like that. But it's the ones that got that hoish behavior that is the problem. Because we don't say anything. We just stay quiet and act like we ain't done nothing wrong. That black men don't come and rally behind us. Let me share something with you. Black men will come when they see you ain't starting no shit. When they see you ain't starting no shit, somebody just walked up on you and been and ready to fight you. That's when you will see black men come. But when they see a sister jump up in a black man's face and call him a Negro and pointing her finger and what's good, son, and all this, and talking about she got a bigger penis than him, that's when other black men don't say anything. So let's get that correct. Let's get it correct. Because black men have been pushed away since the late 60s from our sisters, from my grandmother, my great-grandmother. Black men have been pushed away. So you don't know our history. You don't. You sitting up here acting like you do. You don't. And let's get it correct. I'm just letting you know. Because you sitting up here judging a different, yes, we may be melanated. We may be melanated. But we didn't go through the same thing. So you can't sit up here and say, oh, because black men in America are doing this and doing that to black women, that y'all having a problem over there in Canada or wherever you from. Let me share something with you. The problem y'all got in Canada is y'all acting like westernized women. That's your problem. Y'all talking to men like y'all crazy. That's your problem. Because I'm going to share something with you. When you show a man respect, I don't care what color he is. If you show him respect, he going to always ride for you. But it's y'all ones that's disrespectful ass motherfuckers that get up here and say bullshit. I'm done here. I got to go, baby, because my husband's up in the driveway. I got to make sure his food is warm.
Wait, did she?
Well done.
You got 2 minutes for her to say something, or you got to get up out of here?
No, let her say something.
Okay. Okay. So Chris, you want to reply?
Unmute
Mute
yourself.
You want
Mute yourself. And back away from that camera.
Right.
Back.
When you
Start over.
hello, when you said, are you do you want me to leave? Because you said something about leaving. Was that directly to me?
I said I'm ready to leave.
No, not you. Not you. I'm talking to Hemp.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
What'd
when
you
you
say?
said,
Sorry?
do you want me to leave? No, because I heard leave. Like, I'm not sure what you said.
No. Take heed. Take heed has to. She has to leave.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah, my bad. I was
Okay,
just making
okay.
sure you had a chance to reply. That's all.
Okay, sis. So I can respond to you. You know, I understand where you're coming from, but the way that you just came at me, that was uncalled for.
No,
Because
it wasn't.
I did not come up here being disrespectful. We are having a conversation.
Like I'm doing right now with you.
Being a dictator to how somebody speaks and how somebody understands things is not the way that you conversate with people.
Yeah,
You came at me just now, and that was disrespectful because for me, I could never disrespect my sister or my brother in public. I made that very clear. Very clear. But you are using profanity. You don't know. My dad was killed in 1991. He's Black American. My dad's family. No, wait, just wait. My dad's family is from Maryland. Okay, so I do have Black American family, but I've never been to the States and I've never lived in the States. You and I, we're both the same race. We're both Black women. And you do know what we go through. So I don't know why you're on here acting like you don't know what's happening in society. I have no idea why you're acting like this. Are you trying to cater?
You telling me all black women go through the same thing?
No, I'm trying to say as a race. See, we're disqualified by two things, by race and by gender. And you know this. We're both black and we're both black women, and our experiences are different. And depending on what we look like, both of us, we're both black women, but both of our experiences are going to be different as well. So, but you know what I'm talking about. The way that you just came at me was very disrespectful. I did not say anything to you at all, but you just came at me like you knew me, and that was wrong.
But you came to the gentleman like you knew them too.
What gentleman?
Oh, the men on the panel. The men on the panel.
I never said anything to you. I cussed out a woman on the side of the road, not you.
I don't think a man is going to be a gentleman when he's cussing out women. He said that he cussed out a white woman like it's something to
I didn't cuss out you.
Like I don't condone to any.
So the rest of the men on the panel, they're not gentlemen.
I don't condone to any man.
You're not a lady then because you cut them off, right? You didn't let them finish. You're not a lady then.
I don't condone to I don't call any man that cusses out women a gentleman. Oh, that's not what gentlemen do.
Okay.
I know gentlemen, and I know a lot of black men that are good men. I do know a lot of good men. I was married. I'm divorced now.
Okay. What happened?
And the same problems of society, just problems.
Why he leave you?
Black people go through.
Why he leave you because of my videos? He saw my video. That's why you mad at me because you saw my videos. Your husband saw my videos and left.
He's still trying to get back with me, but okay.
No, he saw my videos and left. We come to the explanation, ladies and gentlemen. Her husband used to watch me and he left. We just found it out.
What?
That's it.
My husband is trying to get back with me right now.
Your husband is not trying to get back with you. You online trying to show us your forehead.
See how you're switching up things.
How you've been doing the entire conversation.
I don't know why we have to be disrespectful towards each other. Why can't we
just
conversate and try to understand each other for what
Ma'am,
the
you were disrespectful towards me. You came up here and admitted it.
I wasn't disrespectful to you. I have been talking.
Whoa,
I have been talking.
Did you not say you were being disrespectful towards me in the comment section?
I was not being disrespectful to you. I think
no. You said you were in the comment section.
Styles. We both have different communication styles because you guys are a different nationality. Okay, you guys are a different ethnicity. So we are going to have different ways of communication. But I didn't come up here being disrespectful.
No, you said you were in the comment section.
I'm willing. Sorry?
You were cutting them off. How is that not disrespectful?
That was intentional, though. The mic,
I don't. Tommy, I'm sorry. You kept doing it.
No, I asked her to stop one time and she kept going. You said it wasn't intentional. I said then let me finish, and you kept doing it.
It was not intentional.
I asked you to stop, and you kept doing it.
Can you guys hear me?
It was not intentional because the mic, I don't know when I'm muted, when I'm I don't know. And
no, but when I said let me finish, how is that not intentional that you wouldn't let me finish? And when I had to roll my hands, I said, see, she's not going to stop.
The whole time, I believe that I give you a chance to talk.
When I said you're being disrespectful right now,
you guys are always trying to find a problem. Why is there
always found a problem with me?
A problem with somebody else?
You found a problem with me.
I'm just trying to make a simple point.
Soltris, can you hear me?
Yeah.
And I'm sincerely asking you guys this because my power's out, so I'm just trying to make sure my microphone is still, because this microphone got juice to it. So question. What about, more importantly, what Take Heed was saying to you, not how she came at you, right?
Yep.
But what about all of what she actually said to you? Do you remember any of that, or did you kind of get caught up in how it was being delivered? Because I'm interested to hear about women holding each other accountable, because it was a woman saying she didn't appreciate your conduct, not men. So now it's a woman, what do you say there? Like, what's the back and forth between you and her, specifically about the substance of her words?
There will always be people that represent your people in a very particular manner that doesn't make you for us look good. Okay, there will always be that. There are how many people in this black people in the States? Majority of them are not twerking. Majority of them are not committing crimes. Majority of the people are minding their own business and working and trying to hold down a family. So
Correct.
the things that society is talking about, the things that people come online to talk about, it's not the majority. Society is not really performing like that. So most of the things that she said does not really I'm not in that. Like, I don't know.
If it doesn't
all I'm
apply,
trying to
then you
say
let it
is
fly.
that it's very important for us to conversate about the problems and find solutions without being disrespectful. And that is why I referenced that video the first time I came up here. That was all I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to deny anything. I wasn't trying to cuss out anyone. I was like, it's
the
just
same
that.
thing I'm doing right now that is bothering you. That's the same thing you were doing to them. That's why I'm doing it. Because usually I'm respectful. No, I'm usually respectful. I don't cut people off.
Sure.
But since you were doing it, I'm doing it to you. How does that feel? You like that?
You see that?
You're trying to get your
I'm not going to go back and forth with you.
Like that?
I will not go back and forth with you. Trust me.
Correction. This is
because you have no idea who I am. You have no idea who I am. So I'm not going to go back and forth with you. There's no point. But I'm saying that I understand. I understand where you're coming from.
You didn't get the point across. You had flew off the handle. You don't even understand what's going on. You just sitting up here saying there's a majority of people that don't. Let me share something with you. The problem with our community, the melanated community, is that we got a whole bunch of people in the front line fucking up that make us all look bad. That is from the women to the men. All of them are in the front line. So the ones that go to work every day and take care of their family, we're in the back. So we let the foolery go on in the front. So that's why you still see content creators coming to the front saying that this shit is not right. This is not what we do. Just like there's a woman who came up here and said, shaming doesn't work. She's a damn lie. Shaming worked way before that, I'm liberated. Liberated mean I can go fuck anybody I want to do. Before liberation came, shaming worked in our community. People were scared to go up there and lay up with men and have babies and not be married. Shaming worked. Shaming worked when a man wasn't able to provide for his family. Shaming worked. Shaming worked when men and women were out here drugging and they were ashamed to do it. Shaming worked. But y'all get out here and say, oh, well, the brothers is always out here disgracing the black women and the black women is this and that. Let me share something with you. The brothers are shaming the ones that are doing foolery. The brothers are calling out the ones that are doing foolery. And if you don't understand the difference, that means you're doing it too. That
the other races does not understand who's who. When they see a black person, they just see a black person and they mistreat us based off of what they see.
They mistreat you. What are white people doing? And see, here's the lie I want to say. First off, you say other races are seeing black men do something, therefore they're mistreating you. Last time I checked, black people in the United States were enslaved and they didn't see black people doing it. Last I checked, they were bombing black churches, and they didn't do it because black men were bombing black churches. You want to act like white people had this high expectation and respect for black women until black men did something? These are the ones that I'm telling y'all about, black men. These black women who sit up here and try to tell you that they're more worried about how the white man think about them than how you, their man, if they want to claim you their man, think about them. And if you're complaining about them and you're publicly complaining about them, then that means it's something bothering you. But she want to say because y'all make YouTube videos, white men now don't respect them. Let that sink in.
No, they're being more bold. I always know that we are hated.
Oh, the man who owns your people is being more bold. They owned your people, ma'am. They owned them.
No, before they used to mind their own business.
Bolder than that.
before we used to stick together and protect ourselves. I remember we used to
were
go
enslaved.
in groups. I remember when I was a teenager, we
were
used
in fear of them calling us. They would call grown men boy. They would have sex with your woman, and you couldn't do a thing about it. They could get your wife pregnant, and you couldn't do a thing about it. Now you want to tell me they doing worse now because of YouTube videos? No, Negro, please.
She trolling. No, she gotta be trolling. No, she's trolling.
So Trish, you know, they're seeing right. It's not about the YouTube, right? People are looking at different type. They're looking at the news, just regular news. They're looking at
the
kids.
News has it too.
They're looking at kids in droves of 50 going into different stores and taking shit. They're looking at news like 40, where it was 30 carjackings over the course of 2 days, right? Generally speaking, our conduct, just black people, even though it's a small number to your point, right? Yeah. It's not a bunch of us doing it, but enough of us doing it with people just sick and tired of niggas' conduct.
Yeah.
Black people included. But the difference is we don't say enough, right? We still go by a no snitching code and all that. You know? So just generally speaking, niggas is sick of niggas shit. People are generally, you know? Now whether I like it or not, right? And if I saw somebody try to do something to a kid, I probably stand up to it, right? But just the point, people are seeing us and just frankly getting tired all over the place. We're tired too, the us that aren't in it, because it's 90% of us that ain't doing nothing, you know, but we stay silent, which means that we're complicit.
The majority of whites didn't own slaves. Should we act like slavery wasn't a problem? Since the majority of whites didn't own slaves?
I agree with talking about our problems as a race and finding solutions. I agree with that. I'm not against that, but it's how we talk to each other that I have a problem with. Like I said, because other people are watching and they're getting more bold, being more disrespectful to us. And that is the main point that I've been trying to make. I don't have a problem with us talking about.
Let me get this. Let me do this. So, Ultras, you made the point. I like the discourse that you and Take Heed had. I think we're belaboring it at this point. Alexis, what's popping? How are you?